The Democrats, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, James Biden, are about to make monkeys out of the Republicans. They have a lawyer who I've been up against many times, Abby Lowell. I call him Abby Normal for that matter, who has now proposed that Hunter Biden testify publicly in front of the House of Representatives, the Oversight and Reform Committee. That would be a circus. In fact, he wouldn't answer any questions, I'm sure, of substance. But typically, they have called the bluff of the Republicans. Republicans reacting to that say, oh no, we want a deposition in camera, in private, and we're going to proceed. This is where we are in terms of the games that are being played on Capitol Hill. Nothing will come out of questioning Hunter Biden, James Biden, even Joe Biden, although he'll never be called in front of the committee, for sure, for fear that Republicans would be called in front of the Justice Department, which Biden controls. So they're playing a game. And in fact, Hunter Biden is not fearful of anything he might say, because again, who controls the Justice Department? Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, the Fuhrer, so to speak, of the Gestapo of a Justice Department that has been covering everything up on subverting justice with regard not just to January 6th, but anything involving the crimes of the Bidens. Your Freedom Watch, on the other hand, has actually taken action over the last year and a half. We have secured a conviction and a sentence of Joe Biden of 20 years. Also for Hunter Biden and James Biden for bribery from Communist China, Ukraine, and Russia. And we have petitioned law enforcement to enforce it. It's the only way to get rid of this guy. And he must be gone now, peacefully and legally. Because we now see that not only is he incredibly weak with regard to the war in the Middle East between Israel and Hamas, and of course, it's not really just with Hamas, it's with Iran. Our troops have been attacked well over 70 times. Tens of Americans have been wounded, some with serious brain injuries. Biden does nothing but bomb what in effect are garbage dumps, and that's it. You have to conclude that Biden has also in some way been bribed by the Islamic Republic of Iran. And if it isn't outright bribery, the Iranian intelligence services, who are all over Los Angeles and every place else in this country, including Washington, D.C., which has a heavily Muslim population and Iranian population, I might add. And most Iranians there are good people, not these agents. These are people that fled the regime. They were pro-Shah. But they have a dossier on Biden and his son and brother. And I'm sure they've made it clear that they'll use it if they have to. And Biden is obviously being blackmailed. And now he has turned on Israel as well, telling them that, well, they better not have any fallout, any collateral damage to civilian populations if they wage war and clean out the rat's nest of Hamas and the rest. Typical, he's bending over to the progressive left. Of course, it's not progressive, it's regressive. It's anti-Semite, it's anti-Christian, it's generally atheist, it's generally radical Palestinian. And yes, there are good Palestinians, but not these people, Rashida Tlaib and company. By the way, my client Laura Loomer years ago was attacked by Rashida Tlaib. But this is something that really has to stick in your craw because Biden wants to have it both ways. And he can't have it both ways. And it's not even Biden. It's the Obama people around Biden because Biden doesn't know where he is. He's completely brain dead and vacuous. They have to shoot him up with steroids or God knows what else just to let him talk for a few minutes. We are in a very dangerous situation. We are facing the continuation of this war, which is the beginning of the Third World War. Couple that with Ukraine, couple that with Communist China, with what's going to happen with Taiwan probably in the next year or so. These entities see just how weak Biden is and how he will not stand up to the Islamic Republic of Iran, allows them to attack our forces through their surrogates with no consequence. The Iranians already have an atom bomb, rest assured. Maybe they have one or two, but we can still take them all out, and we can do it quickly, and we must do it. And we must eliminate the supreme leader. We must eliminate the Revolutionary Guard. We must eliminate its military. Now is the time to do it. If we don't do it now, there'll never be another opportunity to take care of this evil regime, which of course is part of the axis of evil with Russia and Communist China and North Korea today. That is my message for today. Don't be fooled about Hunter Biden testifying in front of Congress. His lawyers are smarter than the Keystone Cops of the Republicans. They want a public display. He will say nothing. Hunter Biden will say nothing, but he will literally turn the Republicans into the monkeys that they are. We know that they're monkeys. They don't balance the budget. They didn't give us the clarion call in Afghanistan and Ukraine. They're not really standing firm for Israel. They just sit there and watch Biden play both sides of the street, doing nothing. They are not calling for the end of the supreme leader and the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. They are a total fraud. All they want is money. They want power. And when they get power, they do little to nothing. Please go to freedomwatchusa.org, contribute to our cause with tax-deductible contributions. The Republicans are siphoning a lot of money away from what we do. We really need it badly at this time. Go to freedomwatchusa.org and contribute to our cause. Join up to our Justice League. We are your only Justice Department. You have no other in government. And please take a look at what we're doing with our Third Continental Congress. Our delegates are meeting to declare independence and to form a new government, not a new nation. This government does not represent the American people. God bless you. God bless America. Please remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. Until tomorrow, thank you for listening to me.